A lot of teams have standout moments that define their franchise in multiple ways. Today we're going to be looking at the Green Bay Packers and check out the best moments from their franchise. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get alerts when we upload. Without further ado, let's jump to number 10. Number 10. Hail Mary in Motor City. This has to be one of the more surreal moments in NFL history. Just seconds left on the clock, Aaron Rodgers completed a 61-yard touchdown pass to Richard Rodgers, and the Packers came back from down 20 points to win 27-23. It was the longest game-winning and game-ending Hail Mary touchdown pass in NFL history, and it saved the Packers' 2015 season. Number 9. Signing Reggie White. This set the tone for what free agency is today, and this was one move that led to the Packers winning the Super Bowl years later. Reggie White signed with the Packers in 1993 and recorded 68.5 sacks in 6 seasons. He helped the Packers win Super Bowl 21 and was named Defensive Player of the Year in 1998. Number 8. Drafting Bart Starr. Unlike Aaron Rodgers, Bart Starr was not considered a blue-chip draft choice. In fact, Starr was selected in the 17th round of the 1956 NFL Draft and did not become the starter until midway through his 4th season, which was Vince Lombardi's first year as the coach. From there on, Starr went on to win 5 NFL championships and 1 MVP award, so it's safe to say that a number of teams dropped the ball on Starr in 1956. Number 7. Drafting Aaron Rodgers. As it was mentioned, Rodgers was drafted in the first round back in 2005, but he was not the number 1 pick as that went to Alex Smith, who is still in the NFL today. It was one of the greatest draft day dramas in NFL history, as Aaron Rodgers dropped all the way down to number 24. However, the rest is history, as Aaron Rodgers to this day is one of the best players in the NFL. Number 6. Super Bowl 45. The Packers became Super Bowl champions for the 4th time, and it was their first Super Bowl victory in 14 years. The Steelers pulled within 3 midway through the 4th quarter with wide receiver Mike Wallace's 25-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Ben Roethlisberger and a 2-point conversion. But the Packers answered with a Mason Crosby 23-yard field goal with 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, and then prevented the Steelers from scoring on their final drive of the game. Aaron Rodgers was named Super Bowl MVP, completing 24 of 39 passes for 304 yards and 3 touchdowns. Number 5. The 2010 NFC title. The Green Bay Packers went seamlessly from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, which ensured more than a quarter century of Hall of Fame quarterback play. The 2010 Packers team was the highlight of the Rodgers era as the team won Super Bowl 45, but the NFC Championship game against the Chicago Bears might have been a bigger highlight than the Super Bowl. For a Packers team to go to Soldier Field and beat its long-standing rival in the biggest game of the two teams have ever played, then hoist the George Halas Trophy for winning the conference title on the Bears' home turf, it doesn't get much better than that for Packers fans. Number 4. The Brett Favre trade. Fans of a certain age might not understand the Packers went through more than 20 years of failure. The Packers were mostly terrible from 1968 to 1992. In those years, the Packers made the playoffs just twice, with just 1 win in 1982 when the NFL expanded the playoffs to 16 teams due to a 7-game player strike. But when general manager Ron Wolf traded the 1992 first-round pick to the Atlanta Falcons for a 1991 second-rounder with 5 career passes and no completions named Brett Favre, it changed everything. Starting with that move, the Packers have been on a wave of success that has lasted 25 years and counting. Number 3. Titletown returns. The 1996 Packers were a little bit underrated in history. They led the NFL in points scored and points allowed. The Packers won 16 games that season, including playoffs, and 14 wins were by double digits, including all 3 playoff games. League MVP Brett Favre led the offense, and all-time great Reggie White led the defense. The Super Bowl 31 win was Green Bay's first championship since Super Bowl II. Number 2. Super Bowl 1. The 1960s Packers won 5 titles in 7 years and had plenty of great moments. Some are obscured because most people act like NFL history started with the first Super Bowl. The 1962 Packers should be in conversation for the greatest team ever, but in reality just hold the crown of the greatest team nobody mentions. The most historic moment of that dynasty happened at the Los Angeles Coliseum in January of 1967 as the Packers won the very first Super Bowl. The entire weight of the NFL was riding on them as they took on the Kansas City Chiefs from the rival AFL, and they pulled away in the second half for a 35-10 win. Number 1. The Ice Bowl. The 1967 Packers weren't Vince Lombardi's best team, which made their championship run even more special. The highlight was the NFL Championship game on New Year's Eve against the Dallas Cowboys, temperatures of 13 degrees below zero and a wind chill of 48 below zero. The Ice Bowl was one of the coldest games in NFL history, and perhaps the greatest. Trailing late, Bart Starr led the Packers to the 1-yard line. During a timeout, Starr suggested to Lombardi they call 31 wedge, but instead of handing it off, Starr said he was better off sneaking it in because running backs couldn't get their footing on the frozen field. Starr says Lombardi told him, "Run it. Let's get the hell out of here." The rest is history. Let us know in the comments down below which Green Bay Packers moment was your favorite. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more sports content. As always, we'll see you guys next time.